Well, hey, everybody, how's it going? Glad to be here with you. Really quick, I want to make sure this microphone is on. Yes, it is on. Good. That's happened a couple times recently. You notice I had to change out this cable because my cable that's actually run into the arm of this boom is not so great, apparently. So, anyway, I wanted to come to you today and say hello. How's it going? Got a couple things I want to share with you that I think might be really helpful. And today, the main thing I want to share with you is my calendar. I know that with all the things that are going on in your life, there's a lot of things vying for your time, a lot of things that are really causing you some stress. You feel like you may not be getting everything done in a timely fashion, or feeling like you're always behind. Because if you're working from home, and you've got kids, or you got other things going on, or even if you don't, it can feel like time is standing still just a little bit. And I get that. It's happening to me too. And so some of those things, those tasks, I might have them in Trello or Asana. I may have them, and I might get the notification. But what happens is things pop up and they interrupt. And there's so many interruptions right now that I forget to come back to it. So what I've started to do that helps me kind of focus my time, because right now I'm running really 3 or 4 different things that are going on in my life. And you're going to see them on my calendar here in a second. I've got 8-bit communications clients doing websites, lead generation stuff for businesses up and down this area that I live in, local businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs. And I'm helping them find customers and generate leads and new customers online. So that's one thing. And then I'm doing church comm team. So church comm team is where we're basically supporting churches who don't have communication team. So that's a full-time gig, especially if you use social media for one other person. My God, the amount of work that goes into that, it's so much. So having to do that as well, that's taking up my time. And that often, whatever they're putting out as a fire, I'm putting out as a fire, because I get the same text, same emails, same Slack messages. Oh my gosh, we got to change. And right now, one of my major clients is in the path of a hurricane in Florida. So everything is really pausing and changing. So we're going crazy. So that's happening. And then I'm trying to do some things for myself. You know, I've got my own blog, my own podcast, Seminary Hard Knocks. It's probably how you got here and found this group. But it's to help church communicators do this well. And so I want to speak more. I want to do more workshops. I want to offer these services and new tools and new ebooks and new things like that to you for free that you can use that can help you do this church communications thing a little better. And so to do that, when do I work on that? I also have a thing I'm doing with Blackbaud, writing content for them, writing content for another friend of mine named Carl. I'm writing some stuff with my friend Wes Gay. And so, lots of things. How do you keep it all straight? We all have this similar thing. So I want you to look at my calendar really quick. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so here we go. Let's see how this works. All right, hopefully you can see that. Oh, good. I am on the garbage camera now. A good thing Ecamm does that to me every time. All right, so take a look. Hey, Jason. He says, amen on sending a notification forgetting to come back. Yep, absolutely do this all the time. So let's take a look at my calendar. You can see I color code things for random reasons. I really should get some kind of organization going on, but this has been my week this week. Right now you can see where we are. I use Google Calendar. You use whatever you like. I like Google because it integrates with almost everything. I use it with Calendly. And so when I have Calendly set up with multiple things like 8-bit appointments, consulting appointments, workshop appointments, church comm team appointments, just meet with me in general, kind of discovery call stuff. I have a bunch of different things because I pay for the first tier of Calendly, which allows me to integrate 2 calendars. So I have my sethmuse.com and my 8-bit communications calendar integrated. So what that means is whatever I put on this calendar, Calendly will take all the slots that I've said I'll take appointments for those things on those days. And if I have something in the way, it's not going to allow you to book over it. So it protects you from having double bookings. And I love that about Calendly. But integrating it with your calendar, whatever calendar you're using, you can iCal, I don't care. But Google works with everything, so I stay on Google. Anyway, this has been my calendar for the week. So you can see that I have appointments in here. Like this first one here is an appointment. This is an appointment. This is an appointment here with my networking group. But notice I also have other things. Write blogs for Blackbaud. I have a deal with them. I need to schedule time, so I will write for them. because otherwise I have a year's worth of content I'm making for them. I don't have to have it all at once, but I need to have scheduled stuff going on. But if I don't schedule the writing time, I may not ever get to it. And then again, over here, writing time for Blackballed. I'm trying to knock things out this week for them. Here's another appointment. Here's an appointment. This is another calendar that I got. This is actually Wes's schedule because his is integrated here too. Then I have the Insta Good Show. That's a weekly show that I do in the church communications group. I don't want anything to be booked over that or too close to that because I may need to prep or honestly decompress after that, because anytime I go live on anything, it's stressful for me, even though I love it. So it is something that you have to schedule in. And then obviously kids appointment there. I'm recording a podcast after this. Right now I'm supposed to be working on my brand script, which is a story brand thing for my own website. I'm retooling everything that I'm doing right now because I just went through the training and it's amazing. Did that a little bit this morning. Got very sidetracked in here, but I did a little bit of that this morning after this meeting because this went longer than I wanted it to go. But now I know, okay, what am I supposed to be working on right now? This. Okay, when I get here, I did a project with Wes, and now right here, I'm supposed to be working on this. So when I get done here, I'm going straight into this work. And I don't feel bad because of the other things that I'm not doing right now. So I schedule the things that I know I'm going to have every week. So what I'll typically will do is I have this Oasis meeting. That's one of our clients. And so when I meet with them, I typically, since I've already done it, I just forgot to schedule it. I usually schedule like social media planning. And I'll put up an hour right after that meeting because we'll take exactly what we talked about, and I will start planning out their social and getting their schedule together and submitting all that stuff. So if you don't put it on the calendar in this time especially, it may not get done. Now, you may not be a calendaring kind of person. I'm surprised that I kind of am, but this has really given me some structure that I desperately needed. And so if you find yourself in a similar situation where you don't really understand how to keep things, all these different, I like to say knives in the air because it's the juggler with the knives, and that's what it feels like. We drop one of those. It's a little more deadly than a ball, unless it's a bowling ball, and then it's pretty deadly. But I think there is something we learn here about giving yourself room to put everything else down and work on one thing. It's called deep work. And when you're able to do that, turn off notifications and say, I'm working on this one thing. I'm working on, right now I'm writing. Right now I'm content creating. Right now I'm working on my website. Right now we're working on social media. When you have those times built into the rhythm of your day, you don't feel stressed. Oh man, I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do this. You know exactly when you're gonna have time to do it because it's on your calendar. And then if something comes up and you have to move it, you can then take that time and see where you have the next opportunity in your calendar to work on it and not feel stressed like, oh, I got to hurry with this one thing and get to it. No, I've already moved it and scheduled it. You know what I'm saying? It puts your mind at ease to not have to feel stressed about everything. Juggling grenades. Great one. Great analogy with the pins pulled, which is a short demonstration. So I think this is something that we can all really, get better at, maybe apply in some way or another, because it will help you become more efficient, but it also reduces stress. And right now, Lord knows we need that. So hopefully this will be helpful for you. Thank you for watching this time. And I hope that you, can find a way to get some of these many things that you're doing sorted out, scheduled, and accomplished, and feel a lot better about stopping your work at 5 or 6 or whenever you do, and just being with your family and being present and not having to worry about it till the next day because you know what's coming and you know what's going to happen. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Thank you guys. Let me know what some of your work hacks are. In the bottom, in the show notes, in the comments, fire off what has worked for you when it comes to getting things done in efficient ways, and I'd love to hear those. See ya.